Brandon, Garrison, Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is. After a lonely wait, a pitching prospect is called for his turn to take the mound. A coach tries to settle and focus him, laying out simple instructions. The player knows his whole day comes down to just the next few minutes. Many eyes are on him. All he can do is try to make each pitch count. When it's over, some scouts come down to make personal contact with a player. A promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. In the aftermath of a scout day, players are anxious to learn what impact their performance may have made. But wisdom would suggest a young athlete focus on what is ahead, what is in his control.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with an intriguing matchup on day one between the prospects from the West region and the prospects from the Central region. Digging in for his second at-bat, James Mays. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
James Mays.
Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Ready for another chance.
Now
Ricky
batting.
Biden
First
comes into this
baseman.
at-bat 0 for
Ricky
1 in the ballgame.
Biden.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Mota is in pursuit. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in to try it again, Jose Velasquez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side.
Your attention,
David
please.
Melton
Now
enters from the
pitching for the
bullpen
West.
to do the pitch. So that's it for us
Here
this
now, our final
afternoon.
line
For
score.
Harold Reynolds, Dan.
As the draft nears and teams begin to identify prospects they may target, a game of dreams also becomes a game of dollars. A ball player must keep the game in his heart, but his mind on the game, or he won't be a ball player long.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Digging in and looking for more, Fernando
Leading off for the
Trejo.
East.
He'll be charged with
Second
trying to
baseman,
get on board, leading
Fernando
off the ninth.
Trejo.
Hit on the ground out to short. Brister ranges to his right. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Stepping in and ready for another
Now batting,
shot, Jason
shortstop.
Wada.
Jason Wada.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
High pop up. Garrison is under it near the mound. Oh, he botched it. Digging in for his second at bat,
Now
Tate
batting.
Cox.
The designated
Laid
hitter,
off as it caught
Tate
the inside corner.
Cox.
Fouled off into the seats behind first.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready with another 0-2. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Williams is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Augustin
Number
Vasquez
30,
is in with 2
Augustin
away here as this one swung
Vasquez.
on and missed for the first strike. Now the 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side.
Here now, our final line score. First for the
Showcases and scouting activities having wrapped up, all attention turns to the imminent main event, the MLB Draft. Lifelong dreams of being a pro ball player will be realized.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player. With the 10th pick of the second round, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim select Brandon Garrison, a closing pitcher from the West Region.
The awaited moment arrives. Many players will forever remember every detail of this conversation and moment. In the days and weeks that follow, teams work to come to terms with the players they have drafted and get them signed. A player unsure about signing at all might consider getting an education while working on his game and rolling the dice again in a future draft. When that choice is made, and it often is, the drafting intent on improving his previous performance, he shuts out all distractions. Having turned in another Scout Day performance, this player and his advisor discuss his next move. They decide to forego this year's showcase games.
With the 15th pick in the second round, the Kansas City Royals select Brandon Garrison, a closing pitcher from the West Region.
When a player returns to a Scout Day having been through the process before, he knows exactly. This player and his advisor discuss his next move. They decide to forego.
With the 10th pick of the second round, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim select Brandon Garrison, a closing pitcher from the West Region.
When a player returns to a Scout Day having been through the process before, he knows exactly what to expect. Having turned in another Scout Day performance, this player and his advisor discuss his next move. They decide to forego.
With the 15th pick of the second round, the Kansas City Royals select Brandon Garrison, a closing pitcher from the West Region.
A Double-A manager addresses his team before their season opener. For many of these young men, it is their first game as a professional.
Your attention, please.
Digging
Now
in and
pitching
looking
for
for
the
more,
Naturals,
Thomas
number
Good.
6,
He comes in
Brandon
1 for 2 with that
Garrison.
home run he hit earlier. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Count is 1 and 2. Hey, strike this guy out. Let's go.
Ready on 1 and 2.
That's a
And
ball.
he stayed high with a changeup, apparently. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped high in the air. Colon is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Striding in once again, Adolfo
Center fielder,
Tejeda.
number 5.
Third trip to the plate for him here
Adolfo
tonight. 0 for
Tejeda.
2 at this point. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Well, there's a 1-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot of rallies with 1 out. He was hustling down the
Now
line.
batting.
If you're pitching, you think,
Left fielder.
golly, that was so unlucky.
Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Now batting, catcher.
Tyrone Adorno
Adorno.
swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors. 1 man
Your
left.
attention,
Randall Navarro
Now
is
pitching
out
for
from
the
the bullpen
Naturals.
as he'll get.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is that they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Our final line score. Now pitching for
Ready
the
for
Naturals,
another shot now.
Number
Tyrone Adorno.
Brandon
He'll be charged with
Garrison.
trying to get on board, leading off the 9th.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt.
2 strikes.
Man, when you're leading by 6 runs, you can't let that slip away. They
And
were
for
thinking
final
about
line-
this.
Brandon, 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 Brandon. Garrison. Brendan, Brandon, Brendan. Brandon, Brendan.
Though encouraged by many to approach Scout Day just like any other workout, these players know it is anything but that. The prospects warm up and stretch before the first test, which will be the 60-yard dash. While its purpose is to evaluate foot speed, it also gives amped-up young players a chance to... After an anxious wait, a player is called to put his plate skills on display. Scout Day coaches do what they can to ground and focus the player for a stock-defining moment. Most of these prospects have played in games that were attended by a Major League Scout or two, but today there are 41 Major League Scouts in attendance. A fielding coach preps the player to showcase his defensive skills. This will be the last chance the player has to make an impression on this day. In the big leagues, pristine defense is a must. The players know that an error-free showing would be the benchmark. When it's over, some scouts come down to make personal contact with a player. A promising young baseball talent receives a call from his former high school coach, who has assumed an advisory role until the player sees fit to take on a sports agent. In the aftermath of a scout day, players are anxious to learn what impact their performance may have made. But wisdom would suggest a young athlete focus on what is ahead.
With the 9th pick in the 3rd round, the Milwaukee Brewers select Brandon Garrison, a catcher from the West Region.
The awaited moment arrives. For some, it may not have arrived at the particular moment they'd envisioned. In the days and weeks that follow, teams work to come to terms with the players they have drafted and get them signed. In most cases, rookie contracts get done in a fairly straightforward manner. And with that, players... A Double-A manager addresses his team before their season opener. For many of these young men, it is their first game as a professional.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Digging in the switch hitter, Edgar Castillo.
Designated hitter, Edgar Castillo.
Hey, no outs. No outs now. Hey, the place is 2. Let's roll that ball.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just got a piece to the right side. That winds up foul.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And he just manages to get his hand in. The 0-1. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Here it comes, 0-2. Curveball that time, not even close.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Third, center fielder, Alejandro.
This is line to left. In there, a base hit. And he is in there.
He was sitting on that fastball. You can't tell me he wasn't. First pitch fastball, and he turned on it like that. Nice job.
Batting fourth.
Standing in now, Kevin Ilez, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels. The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. And the pitch on 2-1. Now a flare out toward right center. Calling for it, Reed. And he makes the catch for the second out. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Houston Donahue, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
1-1, here it is. A pitch out. The throw. Digging in now, Brandon Garrison. Into the windup and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Chavez is there. And that's the second out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brandon Garrison.
Catcher.
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Garrison.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1.
Hey, let it fly up there, huh? Come on, man. Get your
He's
pitch
set.
up
Here's
there.
the 0-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
Hey, be patient. Pick one out and drive it, kid.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. And he can't track it down. A base hit. The throw into second. Digging in and looking for more, Gene Cloutier. Third. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single. The tag, and he's out at the plate. So 1 run here. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Brandon Garrison. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Hey, let it fly right here.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Line drive to left. Oh, and this deflects right off him. Throw into second. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading. Striding in once again, Brandon Garrison. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Line, but speared on a hop onto first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, everyone wants to get their season off on the right foot and feel like all the hard work during the offseason and spring training has paid off. He came out here excited to play a real game again, and he really had a great game.
Runners on base. For the Biscuits, 1 run.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Stepping into the box, Luis Tejera.
The shortstop, Luis
From the belt, kicks and deals. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Harold, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field here tonight in the bottom of the first. They were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of this.
Well, Matt, I tell you, it's fun to get the season going, and probably even more fun for them. They won the first game, and now you go to game 2 and won game 1 on the road. So you're feeling really good about your ball club right now.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lined hard into left field, and that'll be back-to-back singles here to kick off the inning.
Well, that's a line drive to left field on a ball that was right down the middle. I know it's early in the game.
Into the box, Lester McLuhan, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And this one's in. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pace. Digging in to try it again, Chad Goff. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And a bad time for that. Into the box now, Brandon Garrison. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1.
Boy, that was an ugly swing. He clearly was not looking for that pitch.
Back up. Oh, no, that got him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Now batting, shortstop.
Ready for another chance? He's running towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for.
High pop-up. Ilez is under it as he puts it away for out number one. Up next will be Michael Reed. Breaking for third. Hit to short. Tejera fields it cleanly. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kirk Nieuwenhuis. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Slapped hard the opposite way. And he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1. Digging in, Brandon Garrison. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball one.
Hey, wait for a good one and drive, and I'll pick one out.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. We're in the fourth. 3-2 is our score. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
One strike.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Ilez is there for it. 2 down. Digging in once again, Brandon Garrison. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Pitch out, nothing doing. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left.
Come on, baby. Tee it up, drive it.
Right there at the belt. 1-2 now. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
This is hit sharply to the left side. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Well, he really picked his team up right there. After the pop out, you're thinking, oh, we may not score. Then he hops up there with 2 outs and drives in the run. That just lifts everybody's spirits.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Michael Reed. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch. Runner, yes,
Runner goes for third. And a step off. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. 4 runs here in this half inning. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 4 score in the inning. Ready once again, Brandon Garrison. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
Come on, big guy. Tee it up, drive it right back up the box.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Chavez ranging back. but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up. Now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
And in fact, he'll just look him back to the bag.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit on the ground to short. Tejera moving to his right. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And he is out on the tag. Stepping up to the plate, Brandon Garrison. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Hey, 90 feet anyway, kid. Here we go.
Comes set with the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
To second for 1. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Now in the box, Gene Cloutier. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Cloutier.
Come on, guy. Get your pitch up there.
And they'll tag him out between first and second. A careless mistake that... Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he certainly was a big part of this victory. Picked up 4 RBIs in the game.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continue. So digging in now, Luis Tejera.
The shortstop, Luis Tejera.
First pitch on its way. And that's in there for strike 1. HR, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Well, Matt, they're coming off winning a big game. I mean, they played great baseball. Runs in that win yesterday, so if they can carry that momentum over, they're going to be tough to beat.
And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second. Ready now, Kevin Ilez.
First baseman, Kevin Ilez.
Runners on the move for second. And this one gets away. Now at the plate, Ramon Russell, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ramon Russell.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky on the mound, I'd have to think you'd have to throw him a strike right here. He hasn't proven to me that he can even get within the zone yet.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2.
That's pretty good break right there. Breaking all the way across the zone. Now, it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But, man, that's a nasty snapdragon hook right there.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So the lead runner holds on. Digging in, Brandon Garrison. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
He just ambushed him right here. First pitch fastball, he was looking for it, and boom, base hit.
Standing in, Gene Cloutier. No official at bat. Hard hit ball towards the hole. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Well, that's a tough one right there. If that ball's at somebody, probably a double play. But as a result, it's one of those seeing eye singles. Just found the hole.
Digging in, Michael Reed. He's single.
Right fielder.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. So stepping in, Kirk Neuenhuis. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. On the ground up the middle. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. At the plate, Luis Tejera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the runner back easily. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A pitch. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second. So coming to the plate, Brandon Garrison. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores. Coming to the plate now, Luis Tejera. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Don't want to forget about it. He's set and the pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And boy, even a pitch out can't slow him down. He's in there at second. Stepping up now, Brandon Garrison. First pitch on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. And the run will score all the way from first.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double, he gives up a shot to the outfield.
Swing and a missed strike off, actually, as he can't find the handle, and it's a successful steal of third base.
Now batting.
Now he's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point, but he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back. Now he'll step off, and the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home.
Let it fly right here.
The tag, and he is out. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Settling in now, Alejandro Chavez.
Fielder, number 13.
He's set.
Alejandro
Here it comes.
Chavez.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, now they got the tying run at first base. Now it's going to take a ball in the gap to really score this guy from first base. And I'm really curious how they're going to defend that on a relay throw, and maybe if we have a play or not. But you got to hit one in the gap to get there first.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go. 2 down. You got 2 down.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. A runner on first with 2 away. Pitch out, nothing doing.
1 strike.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here. No. Now at the plate, Brandon Garrison. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. So no runs, no base hits. Now batting, Kevin Ilez. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in.